What did you see?
I was screaming.
Won't press charges, I promise.
He's asking them to lotion up. I'm so stressed out right now. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Silence of the Lambs is one of those movies that have been around forever, and just through pop culture and popularity I kind of know that it's about a serial killer, maybe cannibalism. That's all I know about the movie. It's very popular. It won the poll by a long shot, so I'm excited to check it out. I did write on my community post that I'm exploring some other genres because I'm trying to explore other things. I'm trying to do action movies. I'm trying to do comedy. I think this is gonna be a good movie. Most people have told me it is more like psychological suspense than it is horror, so let's check it out. If you clicked on this video, thank you so much. If you end up liking this video, which I hope you do, hit that like button as it helps the channel so much. It helps the video goes out to more people on YouTube, so please do that for me and my Patreons. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Let's check out Silence of the Lambs. But before we get into this movie, let's pay some bills. The sponsor of today's video is me. As some of you might have guessed by now, I am an artist. I create oil paintings. You can see it in my studio. I change them off often. A way you can support me and the channel is by purchasing some of my work. Now, these are not the original paintings, but I doubt you could tell the difference. These are museum quality canvas prints. These are prints that are sturdy and professionally made, ready to hang once you get them. There's a variety of portraits and wildlife options you can pick from. If you use the promo code FrankArt, you can get 20% off any of these professional prints. The link to my shop is in the description, so if you feel like spicing up your walls, hanging some art, and supporting a local artist, go down to my website and get yourself a piece of art. Once again, the promo code is FrankArt for 20% off on the checkout. Thank you to me for sponsoring this video. Alright. Uh-oh, what are we doing in the woods? Jodie Foster. I think that's our leading lady. Someone taking a jug, or are they running? Oh. Looks like an obstacle course. Are you doing that just for fun or training? No stunt double right there. She did that. Now, some of these movies, I don't know which ones are based on a true story or which ones are fiction or half and half, but I always tend to feel even more on edge when I know something is based on a true story. A good example is watching Schindler's List. Another example is Society of the Snow. Look at you go. Again, no stunt double. She is owning this course.
Hey.
Hello?
Crawford wants to see you in his office.
Thank you, sir.
FBI. Hurt, agony, pain, love it. Oh, that's funny. Nope. Interesting. So she's an FBI agent. Okay. I love that she's not or won't be a damsel in distress. Clarice. So that's what the academy looked like. Oh, based on a novel. A very male-dominated occupation, I'm guessing.
I think they were over in Flushing.
Is Crawford her boss? What are you looking at? Ooh. Holy God. It's like they're being skinned. Mostly women.
Starling. Sorry to pull you off the course at such short notice. Your instructors tell me you're doing well.
Is she being put on the case?
Grades yet?
Jobs come up.
I love her accent.
Interesting, Aaron. Sit down. A civil rights record in the Hoover years.
A minus, sir.
A minus.
Summer internships at the Reisinger Clinic
Yes, very much, sir. Very much.
Behavioral science.
for a psychobehavioral profile. Could spook easily, Starling?
I don't think so.
Only one most refuses to cooperate. The psychiatrist, Hannibal Lecter.
Holy shit.
Asked him to talk to you. Don't cooperate. I want just straight reporting.
God, okay, this is very interesting now because, like, I assumed they'll be chasing after him, but he's already caught, apparently. Interesting. That's not how I thought it would go. I thought it would be more of like an investigation, but he's already caught and they just need him to talk. Interesting.
Have your memo on my desk by 0800.
Why the urgency?
Right.
Maybe.
I wish there were. I want your full physical procedures used with him. And you're to tell him nothing personal, Starling, but never forget what he is.
Interesting.
That.
Oh, he's a monster. So rare to capture one alive. Asset.
Interesting. It's crazy how they hold him in so high regard. I don't know anything about real life Hannibal Lecter, but from just the conversation so far, it seems like he's extremely smart and he's extremely cunning. So like they want her to handle him with care. Interesting. I'm hooked. We're just 8 minutes in and I'm hooked.
Number one is attractive.
Man, shut up.
In Baltimore overnight.
I'm sure this is a great town, Dr. Chill.
She's here to work.
My instructions are to talk to Dr.
Let's make this quest too sophisticated for the standard tests.
Sophisticated.
This pretty young woman to turn him on
Yikes.
ears. And oh, are you ever his
It's
taste?
not a charm school.
Good, then you
Right.
do not touch the glass. Do not. No staples or paper clips in his paper.
So many precautions.
Exceptions. If he attempts to pass you anything, he insists on such precautions. On the chest pains and was taken to the dispensary.
Uh-oh. Do we want to see that picture?
Managed to reset her jaw, more or less. 85 when he ate her tongue.
Calm and collected.
I keep him in here.
That is wild. He ate her raw. Sweet Jesus.
Then, well, what do you think?
Smart. Let her make that decision.
You might have suggested this in my office.
I would have missed the pleasure of your company.
When she's finished, bring her.
I don't know what it is, but I really love her voice. The way it comes out of her mouth. I don't know. I think it's the accent or something. Everything being monitored 24/7. Look at all the precautions they have to keep with him.
He told you don't get near. Nice to meet you.
Wow.
Ask the others. The last set, I put out a chair for you.
How nice of them.
Be watching. You'll do fine.
Oh man, I feel like this movie is gonna go so many interesting places that I'll love to talk about and explore. Keep to the right. And I bet he's so dangerous they have him in glass. Interesting fella. Wow.
You're one of Jack Croft.
He knew immediately.
Certainly.
Closer, please.
Oh no. Even the way he talks, like freaking villainous. Oh, the close-ups.
Jack Crawford sent a trainee to me.
He feels...
Not unqualified enough to do that.
Slippery of you, agents, darling.
There's something I'm noticing about the way she's talking to him currently. You can tell she's very confident. However, there's this look on her face that signifies that she's also like a bit terrified, or maybe a lot, because she's literally standing in front of him you know? So I love that. I think that's very good acting. Like, in her face, she's very confident, but at the same time, terrified. I do not like how he talks, making my skin crawl.
Now then, tell me, did you? What did he say? I see. I myself cannot. Led it on.
What the
A scene from the Belvedere. You know Florence?
All that detail just from memory, sir?
Out of a view.
Well,
Interesting.
No. Courteous and receptive to courtesy.
Right.
Trust with the impartial questionnaire.
He don't like that.
this, Doctor. Either you will or you won't.
He's recruiting help from the student body. No one, Buffalo Bill. What a naughty old Buffalo Bill.
Please tell.
The newspapers won't say.
This one likes to skin his humps.
Why do you think he thrown me with your acumen?
You ate yours. He has this menacing presence that is even making my heart pound while I'm here. Because of course, one dimension of this conversation is the fact that they're just chatting. But a second worrisome dimension is that he literally is probably thinking of things he can do to her, or how he can end her or freaking eat her, you know? Because the way he looks at her, and yeah, you can tell there are several dimensions to this conversation, and it's very airy. It's kind of like you're talking to your food before you eat it. Okay, that sounded so messed up. I'm sorry. Shit. The hand lick and the smile. Golly.
No.
Rubbed hustling road with a little more than one generation from poor Wyatt Traer.
Jesus.
And that ain't West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Is he a coal miner? Does he stink around you? All those tedious all the way to the eye.
God damn.
You see a lot, Doctor.
He does.
High-powered perception of yourself.
Ooh.
Why don't you look at yourself and write down what you see?
Some introspection.
Tried to test me. I ate his liver.
Ugh.
You fly back to school now, little Starling.
It makes me sick how organized he is and how he talks.
Deep within yourself, Terry Starling. Big good manager ain't quite so soon, even though he is.
Okay, there was a lot that went on there that needs to be... What the hell? Okay, first thing was how she challenged him to do some introspection and how that clearly annoyed him, and it made him change the subject immediately. I think starting to use some fear against her, you know, mentioning how the census worker tried to test him and he ate their freaking liver with some chantier, you know, just to like put the fear of God in her, which, I mean, clearly worked, and he dismissed her immediately. That followed by the horrifying... Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm not even going to speak on that. The other guys in the cell. And when he called her back, because I think when he looked at her and analyzed how obviously she had big dreams to make it out of where she was from and make it to the FBI, and he's willing to advance her career to make it to the top through cracking him. I don't know if this is a test or he genuinely wants to help. What kind of question is that? Why would he genuinely want to help her? This is but he did give her a lead to go talk to one of his patients, which was... That whole scene was so tense.
I don't think Mick's good manager ain't quite so soon, even though he...
And I feel partially her boss. Why would you send a student to go talk to Hannibal Lecter? And I think the person at the psych ward kind of like elaborated on that a little bit, that he sent someone different, someone that is his type or his type of victim. I'm like, dude, did you send her there because you had overwhelming belief in her, or did you think Hannibal would be vulnerable to her looks and her being like sort of still an amateur? Like, so much to think about. That was horrifying. I doubt she ever wants to come here again. My goodness. I always worry about people in social work or people in services like this, that they have to deal with the worst of humanity and take care of patients. Oh, that's her as a kid.
Oh, Angel, they all got away today.
They all got away. Aww.
Stop! Don't move!
Turn around.
Training.
Dead, Starling. Did you check the corner?
No, sir.
That's the reason you're dead.
109.
Phone. It's the guru.
Crawford?
Miggs is dead.
What?
How?
That was the Celly.
Early heard Lecter whispering to him all after he'd swallowed his own tongue.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Golly.
You don't have to feel any way about it. Lecter did it to Moffat. Any follow-up on?
Right.
Well, Lecter altered or destroyed. I figured he's from Baltimore. We're self-storage facility right outside.
Come on, girl. I love that she's very smart, very intelligent.
Correct. Since the name of a
1980?
not to my knowledge,
What is she going to find in there?
concern to my customers.
Oh, I bet.
Anything, I promise. I'll be out of here before you...
He detests physical labor.
You just stay here.
I'm concerned for her in the sense that, like, she's very capable. However, mentally, it's like dealing with someone like that. Not a joke. As I was saying earlier, like, I always feel for people in social work. Oh, God. I do not know what we're gonna find in there.
If this door... This is the number for our Baltimore field office.
Yes, miss.
You going in? Uh-oh. Why would he send her here? Does he find her enticing, so he wants more from her? He wants to see her more, or... Because he did say he's trying to give her advancement in her career as a detective or as an FBI agent. Is this just a sick game for him? That looks like a car. Is this one of those cars for like a coffin? I think so. Can't remember what they're called. One of those funeral cars. All dressed up. I'm waiting for her to find some. The f is that? I was ahead, ladies and gentlemen.
The rest of me.
Didn't they say don't go close to the glass? Come on, girl, what you doing? Where is he even? They said don't take anything from him.
Dr. Lecter, whose head is in that?
You asked me about Buffalo Bill.
Right,
I might if I saw the case file.
About Miss Moffat. You wanted me to find him.
right.
In Raspberry, a former patient of mine, the exotic, after he'd missed 3 appointments.
Interesting.
You didn't kill him, then who did, sir?
His therapy was going nowhere.
Interesting. So he was a psychologist himself. Okay. Because that makes sense now. Because multiple times they've mentioned his patients. And now just from this, we can assume that he was a therapist.
Makeup.
Garden variety manic depressive. No, just think of him as a kind of experiment. How did you feel when you saw him?
Exhilarated.
Jack,
Hello?
isn't he? Apparently he likes you and you wants you sexually. True, he is fucking you.
It's the sort of thing that Miggs would say.
Right. Talk about Miggs. Not anymore. That's wild.
Punishment, you see, for Miggs.
Wow.
Like that gospel program, when you children does enjoy his petty torment.
Did you mean by transformation, Doc?
There's something about movies. I usually have bias for like heavy conversation in movies that are done very well, like monologues and stuff that are done very well, to the point where like I'm watching it and I'm just in awe because I can't say anything, or like I just let it fly. But just hearing their back and forth, it's like there's so many things I want to say sometimes, but when I get to the point where I really want to say something, I'll just pause and chat with you guys and continue. But like I just get lost in the convos that they're having. Really good writing.
No, they will never ever let me out while I'm alive. What I want is a view, or even water,
Are you saying that he's killed again?
based on the case evidence. I'll help you catch him, Clarice.
Interesting. So essentially he wants to live through her vicariously.
You know who he is, don't you, Doctor?
All good things to those.
Who waits? That is wild.
Jackie boy, wait. Our lady.
That's crazy. Okay, good. So now we finally know what he's trying to do, right? At least what he has revealed to us yet. He's not just taking her on a wild goose chase or like just trying to play some sick game. Like he wants to live through her, like through her findings and through just their conversations. So essentially his offer is, I'll help you find this wild bill. God, I just thought of The Green Mile. If you know, you know. But essentially he's trying to help her find him, and in return, he lives through her vicariously. I think that's the best way I can say it, for lack of better terms and phrases. Uh-oh. Is she the next victim? Uh-oh. That car behind her. What in the world is this? Wow, he's watching her. Look at those fucking sick eyes. Oh God. I already feel bad and worried for her.
Right there.
Out of the kindness of her heart, she wants to give him a hand. I hate this.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Good. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. On a size 14.
What? God. About a size 14. That's messed up. Wow, so this is Wild Bill, or whatever the heck his name is.
Outside. Let's go.
What the hell?
Ring for Starling. Let's go.
I mean, I'm seeing all the undertones of misogyny even in the agency, which, like, I mean, of course.
Saddle up. Been in the water about a week. Looks like a Buffalo Bill type sit.
Uh-oh.
3 days. We don't know why. There's nothing you see there is post-mortem.
Interesting.
Then he shoots them, skins them, leaves us no trace evidence of any kind.
Oh my God.
The first one. Her body was the all found. After her, he... Let's see.
And something that is so like eerie about all this is shit like this happens in real life. You know, even though we take out the murder side, like the kidnappings, you know, the kidnapping of young women, young boys, even adults. It's like a real problem in our communities. Sex trafficking as well, and all these things. So yeah, watching this and like, I mean, the way he put her into the truck is like, into the freaking van, is like she was just trying to help out, and you can tell he's done that a couple of times, like pretend to be freaking handicapped and, you know, truck someone into your van.
It's where the girls were abducted. Ours were Elk River, West Virginia.
Again, I don't understand why she's on this case if she's new and still a student. Yes, I understand that she's very intelligent and she's very capable. But, you know, stuff like this, you would think someone needs like more experience in the field. So maybe I missed something. Let me know in the comments.
Look at him, Starling. Tell me what...
Hunt within their own ethnic groups.
Why?
What he does, real physical strength. Is precise.
Interesting.
Stop.
Why not? Not bad, Starling. Questions?
Information contained in my report or Dr. Lecter's office.
Right.
Considering it.
That's why you...
He denied that earlier.
I just wish I was in on it, that's all.
Right.
He would have toyed with you, then turned to stone.
Interesting. I guess that makes sense. This might be a bad analogy, but it's kind of like me coming into these reactions already knowing a lot about a movie or being spoiled a little bit about the movie. I come into the movie with my own thoughts made and some preconceived notions, you know, and it won't help me get the actual goal, which is that very genuine first time take on all these stories, you know what I mean? Again, it might be a bad analogy, but that's just what I thought of. So if he had sent her in with the full scope of the plan, maybe her wordings or her sentences or her strategies would have been different. And like you said, Hannibal is a very intelligent man. He would have sniffed it right away. Wow, the funeral home.
Special Agent Terry, Agent...
I didn't call you. That was somebody from the state attorney's.
Yikes.
This type of sex crime has certain aspects.
The What the are y'all looking at? Never seen a woman before? Probably. I love that the movie doesn't hide the fact that misogyny is heavy in a lot of these establishments, and regardless of all that, like, she's capable and she stands on business. I mean, it's clear as day. Huh, I thought it was the girl's funeral. Oh, that's her dad. Oh, it took her back.
Oscar, fetch Dr. Akers playing his music.
Oh, wow, her dad probably died in the line of duty.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you if they could for your... Go on now.
Can go.
Thank you.
They're probably like, who's this little lady talking to us like this?
Thank you.
Shush.
Stand by for translation. Ray?
What did he just put on his nose? Oh, is that for the smell?
Dr. Lamar, let's take a look at her.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's probably for the smell. Again, people in jobs like these, golly. Oh God, probably the first time she's seen something like this.
Contact entrance wound over the wrongful death.
Get back to that service. Lamar will help you.
I mean, the things people at funeral homes have to see, the things people in like the investigation have to see, people who do autopsies and stuff. Whew. I mean, they're not even showing the body, but from the pictures, like you can tell how gruesome that looks and what she's looking at right now.
Her ears are pierced 3 times. There's dirt or grit under them.
Is there gonna be a clue in her mouth? Is that a
Kind of seed pod?
No,
Somebody shoved it in there.
Lamar, will you give me a hand with this?
yes, I will.
bug cocoon?
Oh, Jack.
Right shoulder blade.
Starling.
Whew.
We shouldn't talk in front of a woman. That really burned.
Of course it did. Man. What a tough job. What's she doing here? Is this a museum?
Still my turn.
They're playing chess with beetles?
If the beetle moves one of your men, does that still count?
Agent Starling?
It was found behind the soft palate of a murder victim.
We heard about it on the radio.
You mean this is like a clue?
They said cool.
Atomia, maybe. Boys would be.
Interesting.
Weird. Asia.
Asia.
In this country, they'd have to be
A nightshade. Kept him warm.
What the hell? So that means their perpetrator is even weirder than we thought. Damn. This movie is something. Is this his place? Is he making shit out of their bodies? Oh my God. This man is butt-ass naked making...
Top story for this morning. Catherine believed to have been kidnapped by the serial killer known as Ruth Martin, the Republican junior senator from...
Goddamn.
Not at this point considered to be politically motivated and himself said to be, and I quote,
I'm speaking now.
Oh, her daughter.
Catherine is... You have the power. You can feel love and compassion.
Damn.
That you can be merciful as well. Catherine, better than the world is treated.
Man.
You have that power.
Boy, that's smart.
Release her unharmed.
She sees Catherine as a person and not just an...
Please. Release...
Attorney's office. Please. I think...
Period.
The senator promises you a transfer. 1 week of the year, you may walk on the beach. Violence, of course.
I feel like he's gonna reject this offer.
Copy of the senator's offer. Catherine Martin dies, you get nothing.
I feel like he's going to reject this.
Plum Island, animal disease.
There's...
If I help you, Clarice, it will be turns with us, though, about yourself.
This man, of course he wants something else.
Poor little Catherine is waiting. What is your worst memory of childhood?
Probably her father dying.
Death of my father. Coming out of the back of a drugstore. They shot him. Very strong. He lasted more than... My mother died when I was very young, so...
Complete orphan.
He left me. I had nothing. I was 10 years old.
They did tell her not to tell Hannibal anything about her because he would play with her mind and he would essentially crack her like a code. So I'm worried that she's breaking some of those rules, but it's for a good cause, right? Like she's trying to find this killer. And in that, I think, earlier scene where she took a towel from him because she was wet from under the rain, like they did warn her, don't stand close to the glass, do not take anything from him. Like she's broken all these rules, and I get the feeling that is him kind of breaking her, in a sense, like breaking her mind. And obviously, someone that intelligent and someone that cunning and devious, the more they know about you, the more they can, you know, analyze how to mess with your brain.
Quite something to know you in private life.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
They all were.
What else?
Deliberately inserted into her throat.
Right, the cocoon.
Look, yet we don't know what it means. Yes.
He knew already.
Benjamin Raspail's head an hour ago.
So close to the way you're going to catch him, do you realize? Murder, you were off, and what happened next?
Right.
I don't imagine the answer.
In Montana, they had a ranch.
Was it a cattle ranch? How long did you live there?
Oh, did they abuse her or something?
I ran away.
Why did he sodomize you?
Quid pro quo.
All right, it's your turn to say something.
Whoa. But he thinks he is. He goes for transsexual surgery. Johns Hopkins would be surprised if Billy had applied for sex.
Interesting.
Our Billy wasn't Aries. He hates his own identity. He thinks that makes him a transsexual savage and more terrifying.
So he's listening in.
Lotion on its skin, it does this whenever.
Whatever ransom you're asking for, they'll pay.
God.
It rubs the lotion.
Okay.
Oof. That last scene was a lot. So essentially what he's saying is, okay, the moth represents change, and he feels a yearning to change his identity from how he was born into a different and a different identity. So him getting rejected by the 3 clinics or by the 3 doctors essentially drove him to try to find that change in another way, be it cross-dressing, murder. Someone once told me, Frank, don't try to understand crazy, because if you try to understand crazy, you will drive yourself crazy. This poor girl in this freaking pit, man. God.
Won't press charges, I promise.
He's asking them to lotion up.
It's a real important woman.
This is the lotion in the basket.
It. He keeps referring to her as it. And I'm guessing that helps him dehumanize them.
What the fuck?
God. Oh, those are the people that try to is that a fingernail?
No, I don't think so.
He's talking to him?
I heard of any deal with you. Stand outside.
Why does he like messing with Hannibal?
There never was a deal. I designed it. It's in a few conditions.
Uh-oh.
By name. And if the girl...
Your dumbass is gonna get what's coming to you. Why would you mess... I think it's a power thing. Why would you want to mess with someone this dangerous? Yeah, it's definitely a power thing, because why else?
Time, Senator Martin will have you transferred. You answer me. Who is Buffalo Bill?
The rest of the senators saw in Tennessee.
So calm and collected.
Jack, Hannibal Lecter's being transferred to his name. Yeah, I rolled the dice.
Oh, that was fake.
He's mad as hell, Jack.
I mean, for the time being, their plan did work. Hannibal did get to talking. But I'm sure now he'll be way less cooperative.
Lecter, I'm Lieutenant Bull. This is Sergeant. The sign right here will have us a legal transfer.
Damn. Hannibal took his pen.
Use mine.
Hannibal took that golden pen. I'm calling it. Oh wow, that's the senator meeting him. Holy shit. This is crazy. This is legitimately crazy.
Hannibal Lecter.
He's so proud of having him in his custody. Ew.
And that awful. Jack Crawford have wasted far too much time on.
You want to read it before I sign?
Catherine's time bargaining for petty privileges. I only pray they haven't doomed the poor girl.
Yeah.
Now, and I will trust you when it is all over. Buffalo Bill's real name is
Louis Friend.
Just once, he was referred to me Benjamin Raspel. They were lovers, you see.
Ah, he was the one that killed.
Apparently, Louis murdered a transient.
We need his address and a physical description.
Did you nurse Catherine yourself?
What the
Wait a minute.
Yes, I did.
Amputate a man's leg and he can the slab. Where will it tickle you?
That is messed up.
5'10", strongly built, about 180. Now, he said he lived in Philadelphia, but may have lied.
God.
But if I think of any more, I will let you know.
Anytime he's on screen, I'm just in awe of the shit he says.
I can tell you now that in a meeting, breakthrough was possible.
And Buffalo Bill's real name
is Dr. Frederick Schultz. How do you spell that?
For him, it's all about him, right? He has so much pride in the fact that he is the one in custody of Hannibal. He wants to be a star.
Are you with Dr. Chilton's group? Limited. We've been getting death threats.
I understand.
I wonder what he's going to say to her.
For myself, Senator Martin. And now for the hard part, apprehending the suspect.
Oh yeah, this guy was in Philadelphia. He was part of the company.
Is it true what they're saying?
What are they saying?
Kind of vampire?
Yes, Lieutenant Boyle. I've questioned him before.
Several times. What is that for? This man is just chilling and reading. Yeah, he's gonna be disappointed in her, but
I thought you might like your drawings back, Doctor.
How very thoughtful.
she lied.
Wheedle before you're both booted off the...
Interested.
They were in love. That was an especially nice touch, Clarice.
Yes.
Pity about poor Catherine, though.
Right.
Iron sulfide, also known as You were telling me the truth back in Baltimore, sir.
Oh, so he lied to the senator.
Case files, have you? Everything you need to find it. What is its nature?
I love how he's always telling her that she has the answers in front of her, but obviously she doesn't have his psychotic mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like the answers can be right in front of you, but because you don't sleep, think, and dream crazy, you might not necessarily see it. So he has to put his own perspective on it to help her dig deeper into the case.
No, that is incidental. First and principal thing he does, what need?
Anger.
Acceptance.
Sexual frustration.
Covets. Its nature.
What do you mean by that?
Do we seek it?
We just...
No. And don't your eyes seek out the thing? It's your turn to tell me, Clarice.
It's a game to him.
Why did you leave that ranch?
I don't have any more time for any of this now.
This is the only way he would tell you.
You'll ever have.
Later. Now, please, listen.
Now.
Why did you leave the ranch?
You were orphaned. You were 10 years old. Not just, Clarice. You didn't it? Was it a dream? What was it?
What was it?
Screaming. Child's voice.
What did you do?
Downstairs. Outside.
Was it the mother or the father?
I crept up into the barn.
Clarice, what did you see?
They were screaming.
Interesting.
Bring lambs? And you ran away?
She watched?
I opened the gate to their pen, but I thought if I could save just one, but he was so heavy.
Let him go.
And the sheriff's car picked me up. An orphanage and postman.
Your lamb, Clarice.
It died.
You still wake up in the dark. If poor Catherine, you won't.
The lamb, right.
Dreaming of the lamb.
I hate how well he dissects her and her trauma and her pain. I mean, he is a psychologist, for God's sake. But the way he dissects it, you know, we all have reasons for why we do everything in our lives, be it noble pursuits or less noble pursuits. We all have reasons Just the same way a lot of our personality traits, some of it are trauma based, you know? Some people are quiet and closed off because they've been shut down from when they were young, or vice versa, you know? So many things we do is just from what we've been through. So, you know, her whole journey here to the FBI, to an occupation that entails saving people and helping people, maybe all of it is from that trauma of not being able to save the lambs, you know, feeling like she was a protector that let them down. Crazy. And this close-up shots, come on, same as the movie Philadelphia, which I think someone in the comments told me is the same director. So good, so good.
Okay.
The hell?
Let's go.
Tell me his name.
Sorry, ma'am, I've got orders.
Well, let
Is he gonna say it? What the f? It's crazy because this, what he's doing with her and getting all this information is like the only joy he's still getting in there. Clarice. Oh, he's joined her? That is wild. Photographic memory too.
son of a demanded a second
zoo.
Is this bastard gonna escape? Holy shit.
Okay, Doc.
It's behind his hand. My goodness. Oh no. It's gonna be game over very soon. God, the tension in my chest right now. He looked away.
Give me what he's got.
He's not even trying to escape. I guess escaping wasn't the point. Ready when you are.
Did somebody go up on 5?
Those gunshots?
Shut up. Rainey, Howard, cover the...
Speechless, yo.
Seal off.
Smart move. Is he gonna escape here? That's a terrifying thought. Oh, they're gone. What did he do to their bodies? Jesus.
Prisoner's missing an arm. He stripped the bed. Where the fuck is my ambulance?
Ambulance.
Talk to him.
What, can you hear me?
He took Boyle's gun.
Doing a good job. Oh, you look...
God, did he bite his face? Dangerous man. Not just dangerous, he's extremely intelligent. That's a bad combination. Just one man.
Looking good, buddy. That's right. Babe, we're losing him. Downstairs.
Uh-oh.
Elevator!
Is he finally awake?
Elevator bringing Pembry down.
My goodness.
And on. We think he's on.
What in the world? Is he up there?
More on 2, sir.
I'm just in awe watching this movie at this point, man. Like, ain't nothing to say. Ain't nothing to say.
He's on the roof of the elevator.
Is he really? Are you guys sure that's him?
Johnny, hold your...
Watch his hands. If there's any fire, it'll come.
That can't be him, right? Nah, that would be way too easy. If y'all find out that is one of your men...
Weapon unknown. We've got grand mal seizure.
Is that him?
90. Yeah, that's right, 90. Pulsating. The patient is on 10 liters of oxygen.
Oh! He wore his face.
He killed a tourist, too.
Hold on. Now it makes sense because I was confused. I'm like, that can't be him, right? Because like they saw his friends, they saw their co-worker's face and they was like, talk to him. Like was his name Pumley or whatever? Like that's him. It's because he wore his face. Shit. Oh, this right here? Yeah.
He won't come.
Oh, really?
He won't.
You think so?
Yeah.
Right. He's making stuff out of their flesh. Oh, would Lecter go looking for him?
Clarice, Lecter, desperately ran.
Not random at all, maybe.
There's no pattern of the computers would have nailed.
Random because when he weighed it down.
From...
That was the first one.
Well, she didn't drift.
Principles.
He coveted what we see.
Every day.
What we want. He knew her. What a film. Was she a family member or someone from his neighborhood? I think she's visiting her house. Her family, rather. This movie is so good. It's stressful, but so good.
FBI?
Here so many times already. She never come home. Upstairs, door to the...
I wonder what she hopes to find here. Being a parent and having lost your child in that manner, bruh. You covet what you see. Could it be that he had been watching her and all the victims are not really random? Because we did see him in his night goggles, kind of waiting for them to get home. Hello? Secret compartment. Were they seeing each other? Pigeons. Uh-oh. She's into tailoring as well?
Calumet City, edge of Chicago. Ms. Jamie Gum, a.k.a. Customs, had some paper on it.
Are they sure?
Ago at LAX. Live.
Only 400 miles from here. I'll be there in bed. I'll do my best.
Starling.
Something feels off about that.
Least of all me.
Interesting. Oh God, is she still there?
Grabs.
What are you trying to do? God.
Okay, precious time for a little treat.
Oh, she's trying to climb out. Is that skin he's wearing?
Come on, precious.
Is she trying to trap the dog?
Yummy, yummy snack for you. Are you up there, you little shit? Precious, please come.
What's she trying to do with Precious? God. Dude is making videos. That looks like one of the girls' hair, like he's wearing their scalp. It makes sense what they said, like he covets what he wants. He wants to be a woman. He wants to appear as a woman. He feels like a woman, so he's taken from them. Cause that is not a wig. I don't know if you all saw the skin. Like that is a real hair, still attached to the scalp.
My agent, get to travel around and stuff. Freddie was so happy for me with Barry Manilow on the speakers all day.
Did Frederica ever mention a man named John Grant?
No.
Louder.
The guy I'd have known, believe.
Right.
Can you give me Mrs. Lippman's address?
I want to know what that connection is. So where is Hannibal? I want to know.
So Precious?
Is Precious inside the hole?
Precious?
Atta girl. Smart girl. It's unfortunate that Precious has to be collateral right now, but sorry, dog owners. Sorry, Precious, but that's so sad.
She broke her leg on the way down. Let me hurt your dog.
Now you don't know.
Tell him. I don't know. Something is telling me they're not in the right house. Something is telling me they're not in the right house. Excuse me. The same way Hannibal took someone else's face and misled them. I don't know, Brody. He's acting like this is just a little inconvenience to him.
Oh, man.
God, look at his house. So they are at the right spot.
Good afternoon.
Shit! Not the right house.
Oh, Lippman.
Of course, she's the one that turned up there. Of course, it's the wrong house.
Clarice.
Should have listened to freaking Clarice, man.
Yeah, she was a big girl, sir.
Mrs. Lippman had a son, or maybe.
You're in the lion's den. This whole time in the back of my mind, I'm like, where's Hannibal? This whole time.
Oh, sorry. 2 years ago.
Tax forms.
Butterfly on the wall.
No, nothing like that at all.
She is too smart not to be suspecting him.
The police around here don't seem to have the first.
Yeah, she suspects him. Sewing and a moth. What else do you need? Pull out your gun, babe.
Something like that.
Pull out your gun, ma'am. Please pull it out. If you're wrong, you apologize later.
Sure, you can use my phone.
Yes. Girl, good job. Shoot that at least once in the leg, please. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say she should use her cell phone, but no cell phones. That's why she wanted to use his phone. I'm glad he didn't get a drop on her and she took out her gun. Smart woman. Oh God. Be careful, be careful. He could be anywhere. Oh God, he could be anywhere. She is terrified, rightfully so. Be careful, be careful. Oh, this be anywhere. Check your corners, remember your training. He could easily push her in that hole. Good. Close the doors behind you. How the f should she know?
I'm gonna get you out of there.
Oh, don't you leave me here, you bitch!
I don't blame her for being...
I gotta get it! The other officers will be here anyway. Be quiet!
There's no way she can be quiet. In a dark room? Oh, God. Kind of creepy ass person is this? This is taking way too long and not in the fun way. It's like the suspense is just stretching, yo. Oh, he cut the light. He's right in front of her. Stressing me the out. Talk about being terrified. God, he is so close to her too. God. I'm so stressed out right now. Light up. Please. Light him up. Let his spirit feel the bullet too. Whew. Now I can finally breathe. God damn. So how does Hannibal play into this finale? Because I was thinking he was going to intervene in some way, or he was going to come find... Oh, she took the dog.
Track Buffalo Bill to this address.
Wow. Congrats. Aw, bestie. Where is Hannibal though? Because Hannibal can easily replace the guy and be better at his job.
Look, I just wanted to say congratulations.
Mr. Crawford.
Don't forget your phone call.
Lambs.
Wow.
What's more interesting with you in it?
Wow.
Same courtesy. I'm having an old friend for dinner.
I'm having an old friend for dinner. What the f?
Security system all set up.
I'm sorry, y'all. Karma. Oh, I'm sorry. That was way too funny. Oh, God. I know some of you will be like, Franklin, what the hell? This is not the reaction I expected at the end of this movie, but oh, that is too perfect. Well, it's not perfect in the sense that now we have a 5-star freaking menace to society loose on the streets, but it's just funny because of the wording. Like he said, I'm having an old friend for dinner, and it was his warden, for lack of a better term, the person taking care of the establishment which he was held, that kept on toying with him. And I would argue it was his fault that Hannibal got loose, because he's the one that forgot his golden pen in the room, the same pen that Hannibal used to open his handcuffs. So I don't want to make eating jokes, but wow, what a film. That was funny. I didn't expect that last part to be that funny. Holy shit, what a movie. What a movie. In a lot of ways, I love movies like these because movies like this really like explore our humanity. You know, movies like this talk a lot about like trauma, but also stress and how we deal with stressful situations and circumstances. And obviously, I have no wish to make sense of why serial killers do what they do. But it is interesting to like just see the story, and I love that this story tackles two different criminals. Because coming into the movie, when I found out she was FBI, I just assumed that she was going to be on the case to catch Hannibal. But it was a nice subversion to figure out that, oh, Hannibal was already captured, like for years at that point, 8 years at that point. And it was just on them to learn a lot about him, and obviously in connection with the other killer. So that was a nice subversion I enjoyed, and them going back to him back and forth to help discover things about Buffalo Bill. And Hannibal, like the acting in this movie was just superb. Like our two main leads, like the detective, like her, the way she embodied the fear of being around someone like him while still being confident to do her job, and like everything she went through, it was very well acted. Like she really sold it. It was very believable. Like there was that suspension of disbelief. And Hannibal, like he just made my skin crawl every single scene he was in. The way he talked, the way he dissect. I think it was after the second or third meeting that I put two and two together that he was a what was the term? He was a psychologist. So like he knows so much about the mind, and that's one of the warnings she got initially. It's like, don't open yourself too much to him, because like he'll find a way to dig into your brain. Well, not literally, even though he can do that, but performances were great. The story, the mystery, like I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Obviously, there's like some real world implications here, like just, I know I alluded to it earlier, just the whole thing of like, you know, kidnappings and missing persons, and, you know, women being abducted, and men and like young kids being abducted. Like that is real life, and I felt a lot of it like during this movie, because, you know, everywhere you hear stories and missing persons reports, you know, like who knows what those people are going through that are being like caught and stuff like that. I found it interesting that he knew he was never going to get out of there, but he kind of used her and her story and learning her story as a way to kind of live vicariously. Like, I don't know, maybe he's one of those people that they feel a sense of accomplishment when they like dissect into, God, I'm making all these cutting jokes. When they dissect into like your personnel and your mental and feel like, now I've learned something new about this person. I think he got some kind of fulfillment from her, the way he questioned her and the way he kind of narrowed down her whole background and her life trajectory, and how she was probably in the FBI for, you know, a reason to help others. And the whole story with the lamp, it was lamb. It was very interesting. This movie, golly, he's such a horrible God. And I think what even makes it 10 times worse is like if you just see him on the road and start talking to him, very pleasant individual, like the way he talks, his mannerisms, very calm, collected. No one would suspect that he's this, like he doesn't have a look or anything like that that is not written on his forehead, cannibal or like serial killer. His escape scene was wild. That misdirect of him wearing someone else's face, bloody, like who thinks of something like that? The whole time he was playing 5D chess with them. that whole last scene of, not last scene, but that whole last third act of them going to the wrong house and she being at the wrong house, that took so long. Like, I couldn't take a full breath the whole time because I was just in suspense, like feeling for her so much, hoping she would make it out, and she did. I wish, I don't know, something about that final scene of them just turning and shooting at each other kind of felt, I don't know, maybe I wanted something more dramatic to happen there. Something about her being the one who like outsmarted him, but I don't know. We don't all get what we want. But the ending still, I was so relieved when she shot him. Like, please leave this earth, please. What a man. And that last scene obviously had me freaking laughing when he said, I'm eating an old friend for dinner, and it turned out to be his the person who was supervising his who had him in custody. That was very funny. That was very funny. Finally, for any of you who are still watching and who cared enough to listen to my outros, I think on my channel, I have personally kind of like curated my channel to be a very wholesome place, a very safe space. And even with the movies I watch movies that I can learn a lot from. I watch movies that I always leave with something, and it makes me watch more deeper emotional movies. And also, I don't like horror movies at all, and I feel those two things have kind of made people assume that there are certain movies I would never watch. For instance, the movie Seven, after I heard a little bit about it, I was going to watch it, but someone was like, some of my close friends, not just the voters, some of my close friends were like, Frank, you probably shouldn't watch that movie for so reasons. And I ended up not watching it. But when I put this on the poll, some people were like, I thought you said you don't like movies like this or whatnot. It's like, at my own discretion, I will watch movies like this. I am very capable of watching pretty dark stuff, but I just have to be in the right mental space. So this is the first kind of step I have taken towards watching movies from different genres. Like, I'm thinking about watching some comedies, some action movies from different genres, because I usually stick to suspenseful movies and like movies that have drama with a lot of like very good writing. But I'm spreading my wings, so to speak. So if you have some movie recommendations, put it in the comments. I hope what I said kind of made sense. I can watch these movies. I just have to be in the right mind space, because, you know, I'm concerned about myself and my mental health. Like, this is not my whole life. Like, I have a life outside of YouTube, and, you know, I deal with shit that, you know, I have to try to be in the right mental space before I add more trauma, more stress to my life. So I hope that was cohesive and that made sense. But thank you all for watching. If you like the video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more like this, please consider subscribing. I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are. Peace.